Hi guys, today we're going to go through how to set up Microsoft Outlook 27, 2010 or 2013 to access your Gmail email account via the IMAP protocol. Now yesterday I showed you how to do it with POP3 protocol. IMAP is basically the same, it's a little different in terms of how the folders are set up and how it accesses the email. IMAP is really good if you've got multiple devices that you want to read your email on. POP3 is good for a single PC or device that you access your email with. IMAP is stored, all the email and folders are stored on the server, on the remote server, and you just basically download them to your device and it's everything's synced up. Alright, so for this guide all you'll need is your Gmail email address and password. That's the same details you use to log into to Gmail. Obviously you're going to need Microsoft Office 27, 2010 or 2013 installed on your PC, and a pen and paper to take notes. Now before we can configure Outlook, we've got to log into Gmail and change some settings there. So I'll log into my account and you log into yours. Okay, so at the main page in Gmail, just top right hand corner you'll see the little gear icon. Just click that on and then choose the settings menu item. Now make sure that you've got the view settings in Gmail set to standard view, because these settings won't be available if you've got basic HTML view. Alright, so just switch to standard view if you're in basic. Now we're in the settings window here. Click the forwarding and POP IMAP tab item and scroll down a little bit. The heading we're after is the IMAP access heading, and these are the settings that we've got to customize. Regardless of what the IMAP setting is when you log in, click the enable IMAP there. Alright, on that first setting. The second setting, when I mark a message in IMAP as deleted, you can choose to auto expunge on, which means it immediately updates the server, or auto expunge off, wait for the client to update the server. I'd recommend leaving the first setting selected. Expunge means move to the deleted items folder basically. Third option here, when a message is marked as deleted and expunged from the last visible IMAP folder, the first option is the best option. Archive this message, because you don't want to delete messages unless they're spam, but you don't want to permanently delete any messages anymore, because Google offers a large amount of storage for all your emails. Folder size limits, which is the fourth option down here. The first option, leave that selected. Unless you have a specific reason to limit the amount of messages in each IMAP folder, then you can choose 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 or 10,000, but I would just leave the first one selected. Now before you go anywhere, click the Save Changes button down the bottom. Okay, so that finishes the Gmail settings. Let's move on to Outlook settings now. Now I'll just quickly show you how to get to the page in Outlook from two different viewpoints. The first is for a brand new Outlook that hasn't been opened before. Okay, you come up with this startup page. So we just click next to that. We'll leave it selected at yes for configure an email account. Now when we get to the auto account setup page, we actually want to select the manually configure server settings down the bottom there, and then click next. Leave it selected at internet email, and then we're on the internet email settings page. This is the page we're after. So I'll show you how to get there in 2007, because we still have the menu bar for that one. Just click the Tools menu item up the top there, and then Account Settings, and you'll see the New button there. Click New, leave the first option selected, and then down the bottom on the second page you'll see the Manually Configure Server Settings down there. Select that and click Next. Leave it selected at Internet Email, and we're on the Internet Email Settings page, the one we're after. Now 2010 and 2013 is a little different. It's a bit easier actually. This is 2013. Just click the File tab and make sure the Info tab is selected, and you'll see the Add Account button there. So we click that on. Now we automatically come up to the Auto Account Setup page. Select the Manual Setup or Additional Server Types down the bottom there, and click Next. Now for this option, it's a little different than previous. Select the POP or IMAP option down there, third option from the top, and click Next. And then we're on the Internet Email Settings page. So now we'll go through how to set it all up. Okay, onto the settings page now. First option, obviously, put your name in there. Email address, your full Gmail email address. Now, under server information account type, select IMAP. Now, Gmail's incoming mail server is imap.gmail.com, and the outgoing server is smtp.gmail.com. Now, Outlook automatically fills half of your email address in the username field here. We need to complete that, so we put the @gmail there. That's really important because otherwise it won't work. Put your password in, and leave the remember password box checked, and we also leave the test account settings by clicking the next button checked. Before we click next, and also make sure the SPA secure password authentication is not checked. Okay. We click the More Settings button on the bottom right hand corner, and click the Outgoing Server tab, and we select the My Outgoing Server Requires Authentication, and we leave it at the first option selected, which is Use Same Settings as My Incoming Mail Server. Now we click the Advanced tab. Now, incoming server IMAP, we want to change that number to 993, and just underneath that you'll see use the following type of encrypting connection. This is really important. You must choose SSL there, otherwise it won't work. Alright, so don't choose auto, choose SSL. Now, outgoing server type, choose 587 because that is the latest protocol, and for this one we can choose auto. Unfortunately, it changes the port number back, so we'll have to put 587 in there again, and select auto. Now, server timeouts, increase that to about 5 minutes. Alright, otherwise you could have some problems there. 5 minutes, and just double check your settings. First port 993, type of connection SSL, outgoing server 587, encrypted connection type auto, and then server timeouts 5 minutes. So we click OK to that. Now we can click Next, and Outlook will test logging on to the incoming mail server. As you can see there, it's completed, and now it'll send a test message to the outgoing server, and that's been completed and tested. So hopefully you've got 2 green ticks as well. If you have, you can click the close and you'll see the congratulations window come up. If you've got one or two red crosses, you need to go back and double check all your settings and make sure they're right. Okay, but hopefully you've been successful, and you'll have the congratulations page come up there. Click finish. Now there's a few other pop-ups that'll come up. Outlook is not currently your default mail program. Obviously, if you want it to be your default mail program, then click yes. The next one that will come up will be to do with updates. Now, just be aware, if you choose the first option there, use recommended settings, it will change any Windows update settings to that as well. Okay, but you can certainly change it to install updates only, and you should be right. And that is it, guys. So any trouble, or if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, but otherwise you should be good to go. Cheers.